Hello and welcome to the day ahead. It is Wednesday, June the 11th. I'm Andrew Gagan. Well, the local share market is set to push towards a new record high today, with ASX futures up almost 0.3%. Global stocks and the US dollar rose overnight as trade talks between the United States and China continued, giving investors reason to believe tensions between the world's two largest economies may be easing. US Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick has said discussions between the two sides in London are going well, but may run into Wednesday. On Wall Street, the major indices rose, with the S&P500 and Nasdaq adding more than 0.5% each. Shares of the Mag 7 were mixed. Tesla shares they surged, while Microsoft slipped. And Alphabet climbed on reports that OpenAI plans to add Alphabet's Google Cloud service to meet its growing needs for computing capacity. Insmed shares jumped after the drug maker said its experimental drug significantly reduced blood pressure in lungs and improved exercise capacity in patients in a mid-stage study. J.M. Smucker's shares tumbled after the peanut butter maker forecast annual profit below estimates. And Snap was down marginally after the social media platform said it would launch smart glasses for consumers next year as it competes with Meta in the wearable technology market. Well, trade talks between the US and China in London are expected to enter a third day, according to US negotiators. The Trump administration has indicated it could lift recently imposed export controls on goods such as semiconductors if China sped up the delivery of rare earths and magnets that are crucial to its economy. Amid the uncertainty over trade, the World Bank has slashed its global growth forecast for this year to 2.3%, saying that higher tariffs pose a significant headwind for nearly all economies. While stopping short of forecasting a recession, it said economic growth would be the lowest since 2008. And by 2027, global GDP growth was expected to average just 2.5%, the slowest pace of any decade since the 1960s. The US forecast has been slashed to 1.4%, while last week the OECD lowered Australia's expected growth from 1.9 to 1.8%. Well, US Treasury yields are little changed as markets await news from the trade talks. The US 2-year yield at 4.01% and the 10-year at 4.48%. And this week's Treasury auctions of the 10 and 30-year notes are expected to reveal if appetite for US sovereign debt is weakening among foreign investors who are wary of a worsening US deficit. The US dollar has advanced on optimism over a trade deal between the US and China, and the Aussie has risen to 65.2 US cents. And Bitcoin is trading at around 110,000 US dollars. Well, oil prices have held near 7-week high, with the US-China trade deal forecast to boost prices by supporting global economic growth and increasing oil demand. Brent crude futures at $66 a barrel. Copper's down around 0.5%. Iron ore has fallen close to 1% to $96 a tonne. And gold little changed at $3,322 an ounce. Well, there is no significant data to be released today, but the Prime Minister has announced a new productivity roundtable for August, with the summit bringing together business and union leaders. That is your day ahead. We'll see you again tomorrow.